Good afternoon, folks. Looks like we're going to be kicking this one off a little early. Rink is running ahead of schedule. Expect the boys to take the ice here in probably about 5 minutes. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Game 2 of the weekend. Gorman Varsity Division 3 taking on the Inland Empire. Game later today, 6 p.m. Pacific Time against Stockton. Game today, we'll have the Gales versus the Wolverines in their second game at the Division 3 varsity level. And apologies up front, folks. Some more technical difficulties with getting the original games, scheduled games, going on YouTube. Had to spin up another session. Will most likely be the problem until I hear back from the software that we use to broadcast. So make sure to subscribe on YouTube, and you will get notifications as new streams are started up. Hopefully, next games will be back to normal operations. James Schmier this afternoon. Kelly finishing out the game yesterday with a 6-2 win in their debut game at the varsity division. This afternoon, Cash Creel, Cash Johnson, Cash Tritton will be starting out the game, first period, with O'Hara and Evan Davis supporting at the blue line. Game starting a little early. May want to let any friends and family know if they want to catch the game. And Cash Creel already getting into it. And we have to face off. Wolverines come away with it and chip it deep into the Gorman zone. Send it around front. James Schmier there to cover. Puck loose. and sent back around to Cash Creel. Cash Creel trying to chip it out, doesn't quite get there. Out to Cash Johnson. Cash Johnson chips it up Tritton, and puck's going to come back in. Couldn't clear fully. Creel with a hit. Shot wide of the net. Davis sends it around, and puck is going to come back on an icing as Gorman goes for a full change. Martin, Miller in for the face-off on defense. Marsh, Davis, and Kinkaid in for your forwards. 16-18 remaining in the first period. Gorman wins the face-off, sends it around to Miller. Miller looking to chip it up. Davis able to get out, but a little too far for him. Marsh able to clear it. Davis chips it in, keeps it going. Davis chips it across the crease, no one there. Marsh comes in to keep it deep. Davis works back behind the goal. Marsh putting some pressure, trying to force a mistake. And Wolverines send it deep, no icing. Puck, Kinkaid. Kinkaid sends it up to Davis. Davis is the foot race. Davis has a clear path one-on-one. Getting around, tripped up, no penalty. And Wolverines go for a dump and change. Martin sends it up to Marsh. Gets stuffed right at the blue line. Looking to try to send it deep. Davis goes off for a change. And puck up into the netting. Face-off coming back into the Gorman defensive zone. Rest of the line change coming out with Dunnigan in at center. Schuberta. And Spancic in for Sport on the wings. With O'Hara and Davis in. Wolverines had a shot. Gorman doing a great job getting sticks in there to keep those pucks off net and in the air. .14:52 remaining in the first period. And Wolverines looking to do a few more substitutions, but refs told them took a little too long. Stuck with what you got. Dunnigan with the face-off. And then wins it. Dunnigan almost chips it out, but puck stays in the zone. O'Hara sends it up to Schuberta. Schuberta, look at a dangle, gets separated from the puck. Tripping, but not called. Evan Davis sends it deep. And Dunnigan will be in there first. Retrieve it. Contact on the wall. Sapancic with a hard hit on the Wolverine player. Puck back to Davis. Davis sends it to O'Hara. O'Hara shot. Glove by Inland Empire goalie. Crochet, Swanson, and Lars Jennings in for your forward set. A little communication happening over at the Wolverine bench. Communication down here with the scorekeeper and the referees. They're talking to the Wolverine coaches. And I believe we're back in action here. 14:20 remaining in the first period. Martin and Miller in at the blue line. Gorman wins the face-off, but Wolverine's able to re-grab it, chip it up. Martin shot wide of the net, and puck still in play. No, he misses it in the neutral zone. Swanson almost getting the poke check. Martin dangles, chips it up to Swanson. And a few too many bodies in one space. Puck in the offensive zone. battling to keep it there. Wolverines try chipping it out. Shea keeps it in. Swanson driving it deep. Sorry, folks. And Martin with a shot wide of the net. Miller chips it back deep for Shea. Miller gets a little extra on that one after the pass. Bad bounce from Empire. Jennings spins around, trying to find an open passing lane, but Wolverines come away with it. Wolverines through neutral zone. Martin able to hold them from getting a strong forecheck. Missed reception by Inland Empire as Jennings forces a pass, and Inland Empire ices it. And puck is going to come on back into the Wolverine zone. Cash money line coming in with Posner and Baldy in at the blue line. Face off in the Gorman offensive zone. 13:06 remaining in the first period. And Gales come away with a face-off win. Tritton sends it back. Posner shot. Almost deflected by Cash Johnson. Creel able to keep it in play as Miller sends it deep. Sorry, Baldy sends it deep. Posner shot again. Loose in front of the net. And Wolverines clear. Posner keeps it in play. Chips it out. Unfortunate pass there. Out of its own zone as Gorman goes to regroup. Baldy sends it up to Johnson. Johnson diggles around. Loses the blue line. But Posner's there to send it in. And Cash Tritton sends it deep with Creel in pursuit. They try clearing out to Johnson. Johnson able to keep it in. Wolverines come away with it. Tritton blocks the way out. Creel battling with two guys. Evan Davis sends it back deep. Telling him to go make a fetch. Took a hit on that one. Gets up, and he's back in action. Wolverines through the neutral zone. Colin Davis able to pick it off and stop the forecheck. A little extra on this one. And they're going to go ahead and call this an icing. A few late hits in the game coming from the Inland Empire. Boys need to keep their heads on a swivel. Marsh, Kinkaid, Davis in for your forward set. Davis and O'Hara in for your defensive set. Davis wins the face-off. O'Hara winds up. Tipped by Davis off the pads. Marsh sends it back to the point. O'Hara winds up. Colin Davis tips it again. Just wide. Oh, player goes down. Wolverines try to clear the zone. O'Hara able to keep it in. Back to Marsh. Sorry, back to Kinkaid. O'Hara keeps it in again. Looking for a passing lane. A few too many men on him. Kinkaid keeps it in play in the zone. And we're back in the neutral zone, folks. And Wolverines go on the forecheck. Wolverines take it back behind the zone. O'Hara with a hard hit. Davis battles to get it out. Sends a player onto the ground. Marsh keeps it in play. Players start going in for a change, and Wolverines chip it up. Not enough for an icing. Martin there to receive. Martin looking for a passing lane, chips it forward over to Kinkaid. Picked off in the neutral zone, and Wolverines go to tag up. Miller behind the net. It's got Kinkaid across ice, but picked off midway through. Kinkaid with a pretty long shift here. Dunnigan driving, shot, and deflected it as he shot for a soft shot in the air. Easy reception. No rebound available. 10:27 remaining in the first period. Wolverines come away with the face-off win. Dunnigan sends it back deep. Frankie Zupancic battling along the boards to keep possession. Chiberta looking for a passing lane back behind the goal line. Sends it back to the defenseman. Wind up, shot. Dunnigan there with traffic. But goalie is able to see it for a reception. No rebound. Wolverines win the faceoff. Try chipping it out. Gets past Baldy. Hard hit on Baldy, but gets up. And Shiberta dangles, brings it in. Shot on net, off the tip of the goalie's glove. He brings it around, grabs his own rebound. Chips it out, trying to get to the defenseman. Not the right angle for it. And Wolverines chip it into the Gorman defensive zone. Rosner there. Lifts the stick. Has it pinned back behind the goal line. He's got 2 men on him. Needs a little bit of help there. Ooh, very close call. Unfortunate bounce. Shot. Baldy deflects the shot. Baldy trying to clear it, unable to do so. Looking to slide around the boards, but he goes for a pass out to Frank Sabancic. Sabancic out to Shiberta. Shiberta with a clean entry. Brings it to center ice and sends it deep. Goes for a change. Lars Jennings, first man in the offensive zone. Gets a little bit of that pass. Swanson able to regroup and trying to drive it into the zone himself. Puck at the blue line. Gorman comes away with it. O'Hara sends it across. Trying to get a regroup, unable to do so. And trying to get the clear. Evan Davis brings it back around his goal. Angles off the boards. Wolverine player misses, and we get back into the neutral zone. Swanson pushing, trying to force an errant pass, and they're going to call a penalty. Looks like, not sure. They're going to go with Swanson for roughing. He and another player were engaged. As a biased observer, I would say they were kind of equal in the shoving, but they're going to get Swanson with the retaliation. Gorman Gales go on the penalty kill with 8:21 remaining in the first. Gales win the face-off, sling it around the boards. Frankie Sabancic there and is able to get a neutral zone. He's got 2-on-1 with Dunnigan. Dunnigan driving in, gets checked off the puck. Sabancic able to hold it down, trying to send it back to Dunnigan in front. Dunnigan careful with the cross-check. Don't want to get too aggressive, but holding it down, killing the clock. 1:35 remaining. And Wolverines go for their breakout. Into the neutral zone. Puck still alive. Shot. And Wolverines go up 1-0. 35 seconds into the penalty kill. .746 remaining in the first period. 1-0 Wolverines. Wolverines taking a little long for the change here. And Gales won the face-off. Miller back to Martin, to his feet, and the puck goes back deep. Martin goes into the boards hard. They're going to call boarding or check in the back, one of the two. Martin up. And Wolverine players heading to the box as the Gales go on the power play. 7:35 remaining. 2-minute penalty. Did not call a boarding. Either it's like a roughing. It's not a 2 and a 10. Money line in with Martin and Miller in still on defense. Some strong shots from the blue line, hoping to get a face-off win here. Johnson unable to win that one. Ref goes down. Got hit in the head. Wolverines clear. And Gales regroup. Looks like ref got caught and he's bleeding. Cash Johnson brings it around, sends it back, and we still have a referee down. Looks like it may have been a high stick right off the face-off. And we're going to pause the game here for just a moment. All right. Looks like we're back. Looks like they may have said that it was the Gorman player that had hit the ref inadvertently on the face-off, and they're bringing the puck back into the Gorman zone. They're still in the power play. Shot. Looking for Shorty, but Martin able to clear. Martin still clearing it. Driving up. He's got 2-on-1. Creel and Johnson in tow. Creel able to hold it. Sends it back. Miller dangles around. Sorry, folks. Sends it back deep to Creel. Creel and Johnson there. Man tries hitting Johnson, but not able to do so. But the Wolverines come away with the puck. Miller there, keeping it in play, but off the tip of the stick. Creel slides it back. Sorry, Tritton slides it back. And puck's going to come loose. No icing, as we have 55 seconds remaining on the power play. Pass up to Tritton. Out of reach. Great stretch pass. But unable to connect as Tritton had a clear shot. Line change. Baldy. Posner in with Marsh, Davis, and Kinkaid on your forward set. Face off in the Gorman defensive zone. 47 seconds remaining. Gales come away with it, and Gales chip it out. Still on the power play. Davis able to retrieve it as he works and he brings it in. Davis still has the puck, just out of reach though, and sends it up and over the glass. Face off. Going to be back in the Wolverines defensive zone. 26 seconds remaining in the power play, 6:01 remaining in the period. Wolverines up 1-0. Davis wins the faceoff clean. Posner unable to get a hold of it. Sends it back deep. Kinkaid goes in. Wolverines trying to get a solid clear. Marsh battling. Great hold by Baldy, but errant pass. Posner looking for a regroup. Back to Baldy. Baldy to Marsh. Okay, Kinkaid, sorry. Kinkaid looking for pass lane up to Davis. Up front. Davis gets tripped, but no call. Hard hit by Kinkaid. Baldy sends it deep. Loose puck in front. Posner able to hold it in. Sends it back deep. Marsh in. We are back to 5-on-5. Marsh battling back behind the boards. Behind the goal line. Davison. Hard hit, but bounces out around the blue line. But Gorman defense able to keep it in play. Back to Kinkaid. Kinkaid looks like a retaliation hit there. Kinkaid dodges. Kinkaid still battling. He's got Davis and Marsh out there. Kinkaid with another hit. Davis unable to grab it on its way out. O'Hara They get around O'Hara back to the blue line. He's got Davis. Davis wasn't able to get enough on it, and we are 2-0 Wolverines. .446 remaining in the first period. Gales down 2-0. Martin, Miller, Jennings. Jennings hit along the bench. Gibberta grabs it, chips it up. Could have been a kneeing penalty there. And Wolverines are going back to the box. Contact, not even trying to play the puck. We're going to get him for tripping as Gorman goes back on the power play. Money line in, Creel, Johnson, and Tritton, Miller, and Martin supporting at the blue line. Pass Johnson with the face-off. Gorman comes away with it, chips it out to Martin. Martin able to keep possession of it, but they try to clear. Miller gets his hands on it and holds it as Cash, Johnson, loose puck, Cash Creel, back behind the goal. Johnson holding on to it, chipping it out to Creel. Creel, bad bounce, but Miller there, shot. Crashing the net. Some friendly conversations out in front of the net. We are still running with 3 refs in the game after a ref took a high stick off of a face-off and had to be helped off the ice. 1:30 remaining in the the power play. And 3:56 in the period. Miller comes away with the puck. Shot. Tritton looking for a passing lane, ships it out to Miller. Miller uses his foot. Battling on the blue line, and Wolverines send it deep. Player got hit. Not sure what happened there as I was following the puck down. Set it up. Not an icing. As Wolverine got a little bit of that. Creel catches a berm in the ice. Oh! Hard hit. Miller and Wolverines player. It's going to be a pretty physical game. And they are going to get Tritton. Looks like Martin and Tritton in. Looks like they got one player, 7 for head contact, and then maybe misconduct for the other player. May have been some words with the referee. Waiting to see what happens here. Looks like a 2 and a 10 for the head contact, as a player will be coming in to serve the penalty. Looks like Kinkaid will come in to serve the 2. And I believe we are be 4-on-3 for a little bit. Swanson, Couchet, and O'Hara. Referees none too happy with the play right now, as both teams are taking a few liberties. Wolverines finish their conversation at the bench. And yeah, we will be 4-on-3 for 49 seconds, and then it'll be a 5-on-3 for about 1:10. Crochet wins the faceoff and able to clear. Late hit, but they're going to let it ride. Puck on net. Goalie tried sending it out. Crochet chips it in to keep it deep, but doesn't overplay it. A lot of ice for the 4-on-3. Wolverines enter the zone. And James Schmier able to hold it. Gorman goes to send it out. Not enough on it. Boucher get it's enough on it to prevent the clean pass. Davis goes in with a hard hit. Could have been a trip, but they're not really calling much anymore. Davis goes in, doesn't overplay it. Pass back to the blue line, shot, and James hovers. Schmier with the save, and we are on to 5-on-3 for 1:08. Not the way we want to start at this point. 1:08 remaining on the penalty kill on a 5-on-3. I guess they just want to roll with 4. Nope, there's the 5th man. And 2:23 remaining in the first period. Wolverines come away with the face-off win. Looking for pass lane. Shot. Off the body. And James able to get that one. Posner keeps the pin to the wall. Trying to delay that penalty not penalty, the kill as much as possible. Wolverines go for a shot. Blocker save. James Schmier. 45 seconds remaining in the power play for the Wolverines. Looking for clear passing lane. But Swanson able to get a little on there and prevent clear shot. Yeah, bad shot on the Wolverines. Puck goes wider than over the net. DC Swanson trying to prevent clean look. Shot off the player's leg. 22 seconds remaining. And Gale send it deep. Go for a change. Full change. Stretch pass. Cass Johnson gets enough on it to prevent a clean entry. 5 seconds remaining. Johnson keeping it close. Shot. And a bad rebound back at the goalie. Penalty is over, and we are back to 5-on-5. An amazing 5-on-3 kill for over a minute. Tritton still in the box, serving out the remaining time. Should be about 8 minutes remaining on that with the head contact. Dunnigan out to the face-off. Great setup by the Wolverines. Puck went over the net, though. Needs some more help back behind the goal line. Miller there separates the man from the puck that goes down. 53 seconds remaining in the period. Amazing save by James Schmier. Deflected off a blade and at the post. Got there just in time. 43 seconds remaining. Need to get a clear here. Even in ice at this point. An icing. Puck comes out. Stepancic gets it, but unable to clear it. Stepancic has it. Trying to get clean exit, but not getting it. Schmier. Save. Puck goes over the net. And Gales go to clear. Bad bounce. O'Hara has it. Sends it out to Stepancic. Stepancic and Schuberta coming in. Schuberta battling on the boards. Davis comes in. 11 seconds remaining. Wolverines looking for one last try. 6 seconds remaining. And Miller breaks it up. And Gorman sends it deep for the end of the period. 2-0 Wolverines. Rough start with the Gorman Gales. But a very, very strong momentum building 5-on-3 stop for 1:08. Something to build off of as we move forward. All right, getting ready to kick off the second period. 2-0 for Inland Empire. Davis, Marsh, Kinkaid in. Baldy and Posner in as well. Refs ask him to do a little fist bump, keep things clean. Davis wins, but a little too quick for the defenseman. Baldy goes in and sends it back up and around to Marsh. Davis presses at the blue line and deflects it out. Still has the puck. Driving deep. He's got Kinkaid. Kinkaid chips it, tries on the short side. Colin Davis battling. And looks like Gorman is going on the power play. Wolverine player had Davis, may have been a hold. Five on four for 2 minutes, 16:38 remaining in the second period. Wolverines win. Try to clear, but unable to do so. Back to Posner. Posner trying to send it back deep. Posner has it again. Sends out to Tallon Davis. Davis going to chip pass, but unable to get it. Davis with a solid hit, and Davis is by himself. Actually, he's got Kinkaid with him, 2-on-2. Poke check off Davis's stick. As Marsh able to hold possession, but Wolverines go in. And Gorman goes for a regroup in their own zone. Stretch pass after Kinkaid wasn't. They're going to let that one go. Boys need to get on the forecheck. Kinkaid in. Marsh support, sends it back to Davis. Davis off the skate. Back to Posner. Posner, wind up shot. Goalie able to glove it. 104 remaining in the power play. Money line in. Cash Johnson at faceoff's got Martin and Miller in. Creel sends it back to Martin. Martin looking for a lane, sends it to Miller. Miller shot just to the right of the net. Back to Martin. Martin dangles along the blue line. Martin sends it to Creel. Creel shot. Deflected off the player's legs. But Miller able to keep it in, working back behind the goal line. DC Swanson to support with Tritton in the box. Creel stops it from getting into the neutral zone. Creel sends it back to Johnson. Johnson sends it down to Swanson. Swanson working it back down to the defenseman. Martin across to Miller. Miller looking for a clear lane. Can't get it. Opts to send it back up. Creel sends it back to Martin. Martin shot, but unable to get enough on it. And there's a breakaway. Miller there. Miller dives to stop the pass. Sorry, folks. Overshot that one. And Cash Johnson comes up with it. Cash Johnson sends it up to Miller. And penalty is over. 5-on-5 play. Miller flex the puck to try and get into the zone. Swanson in front of net support. Creel there. Creel presses the man at the blue line. Pass across. Miller. James Schmier with an amazing save. Puck goes up and over the goal. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Creel in pursuit. Cash Johnson tangled up with Creel. As Wolves looking for a shot, looking for short side, and Schmier's there to deny it. James playing an amazing game, keeping this to a 2-0 game, still within reach. Been fairly equal in regards to shots on net. Some unfortunate bounces, and some puck luck going against the Gales. Gales come away with the face-off win, but lose it. Schmier there, keep it out of this crease. Wolverines come away with it. Looking for a passing lane. Try to cycle. In center. No rebound available. Evan Davis chips it up to Schuberta. Schuberta dangles, misses, passes out to Frankie Stepancic. Stepancic comes in. He's got Dunnigan. He's got Schuberta, but not enough there as O'Hara sends it back to Evan Davis. Evan Davis back to Frankie Stepancic. And looks like we have more players going to the box. And it's going to be the Wolverines. As Gorman goes on another, it's a high stick. It's like the stick may have caught Frankie Stepancic as they were coming across the blue line in the neutral zone. Face-off going to come back down into the Gorman offensive zone with Marsh, Davis, Kinkaid. Tritton still in the box. Got a few minutes left, I believe. Got Baldy and Posner in at the blue line. 13-16 remaining in the second period. Davis wins the face-off. Marsh chips it over to Posner. Posner opts to send it back to Marsh, but to Kinkaid. And puck cleared. 1:45 remaining. And a bad pass to the feet. Baldy battling. Kinkaid comes away with it. Shot. Rebound available. Loose puck. Back behind the goal line. Gale's able to keep it in his own. Baldy chips it up. Still in play as Kinkaid goes into press. Marsh back behind. Puck comes around. Back still in the zone. Chipped. Wolverines try to hold it in. Posner there at the blue line. .55 seconds remaining. And Wolverines clear it. It's on net. James there to keep it in play. 46 seconds remaining. Davis flicks it out to Posner. Posner back to Davis. Davis dingles around, looking for an opening. Shot. Goalie able to retrieve that one. A little bit of shoving as Davis went to go say hello to the goalie. Line change with Johnson, Swanson, and Creel. Got 2/3 of the money line on right now with Martin and Miller in. Creel is able to get a hold of it, send it back down to Miller. Looks like delayed penalty. It's going to be a 5-on-3 for a little bit. As James goes to the box, back up to Miller, but unable to hold it. Cross check. 2 players in the box. 5-on-3 in favor of Gorman as the penalties continue piling up for the Wolverines. Gorman really needing to take some get something on this opportunity here. 12 seconds remaining in the first period with 12 seconds of 5-on-3. Then we'll go to 5-on-4 for the 2-minute that was just posted. 11:28 remaining in the second. Win the faceoff back to Miller. Loose in front of the net. Swanson, 2 shots, but not able to land it. Goalie stuffs it. Goalie playing a very good game on the other side of the sheet here. And Johnson for a stretch pass out to Creel. Swanson, sorry. Swanson going to send it, but got hit as he was sending it deep and wasn't able to get enough on it. As Martin goes back to the goal line to retrieve. Stretch pass out to Creel. Creel brings it across, sends it deep. Swanson coming around the other side to retrieve. Johnson got a man in his face. Miller drives up, keep it in the zone. And puck cleared. Gales go for the change. 5-on-4 play, 55 seconds left. Puck hit Davis. Davis dingles around, brings it in the zone. Shot. Loose puck. Back behind the goal line. Davis knocks the man down. Chips it out to Kinkaid. Kinkaid winds up. Goes down. The goalie kicked the net off the goal line to stop play as he was down. Goalie wasn't able to get back up on his feet. I would, as a biased observer, argue he did that intentionally. 5-on-4. Davis in for the faceoff. Wolverines come away. Marsh has it. Baldy sends it out to Davis. Davis chips it in. Marsh brings it in. This thing has got tangled up. And they're going to call a penalty on the Gales. Not sure who this is on. They're calling on Colin Davis. Not sure what happened because they yanked the stick out of his hand. It's fine. Team taking some liberties with only 3 referees on the ice. Davis's stick was ripped out of his hands and thrown on the ice, but Colin goes to the box. 4-on-4 for 13 seconds, then to 5-on-4. Shot. Evan Davis deflects the shot. Push 5-on-4. Pass along the blue line. The Wolverines. Hard hit by Jennings. Swanson, or O'Hara, sorry. Breaking it up. Just making sure to not over pursue. Jennings. And pass back. Full change for Gorman on the Colin Davis penalty. 2-0 for the Wolverines. Wolverines drive up, dangle around. Back to the blue line, send it across. Dunnigan. Player brings it back as he lost it back in the neutral zone. Miller deflects it and goes to send it deep. Frankie Stepancic's out there trying to draw a penalty. Wasn't sure if the goalie was going to play it. Dunnigan holding it in. And Gales chip it out. And Miller sends it back deep. 25 seconds remaining on the penalty. Doing a good job of keeping most of the action back in the Wolverines' defensive zone. Stepancic forcing a bad pass, but he connects. Dunnigan chips it back in. Frankie Stepancic holding it in. And 3-on-2 zone entry for the Wolverines. Wolverines looking for a pass. Shot off the Gales player. And Davis is out. Davis pickpockets. Yeah! Lands it right up the box. Drives down. Deke Stengels and sends it to the back of the net. 2-1. As the Gales begin to gain some momentum coming out of the penalty kill. We have a game, folks. Did not see who that came from, as I did not see or notice Davis coming out of the box. To regroup on that one. Wolverines having a hard time counting how many players they need, but we're back in action. Cash money line back in full effect as Tritton is back in, as Tritton checks it into their zone. Johnson stops it. Puck back. Puck comes out. Baldy there to retrieve it. Sends it out. Touched by the Wolverines player. Creel sends it deep. Tritton in pursuit. Was got a little momentum builder here. Trying to build something off it. Tritton comes in. And they're going to put a player in the box for tripping. Some friendly words being said. As Gorman goes back on the penalty kill. 7:02 remaining in the second period. Game not over. Just a little over halfway over at this point. 5-on-4 in favor of the Wolverines. 2-1. Gales win the faceoff. Tried clearing it, but gloved along the blue line. Shot. Lars Jennings. And they're going to disallow the goal. They blew the whistle as James was on it. They've been pretty quick to blow the whistle with the extracurriculars. Couché in at the faceoff. Wolverines come away with it. Shot. Deflected. Schmear there too. Love it. James playing an amazing game right now. In net. Rebounds. Coming back at him, sometimes from his own teammates off skates. Up there with the cat-like reflexes. Line change as Evan Davis and Dunnigan come out. Wolverines come away with the face-off shot. Off player's leg. Dunnigan has it. 1:40 remaining. Dunnigan trying to find some space and sends it. And puck out of the zone with Frank Spancic in tow. Working hard to force a bad decision. Or a bad pass. Shiberta approaches. Player dangles. 1:18 remaining. Player brings it back behind the goal line. Sends it in front. Trying for a wraparound goal, but Dunnigan says no. Pass into the center ice. Short side attempt for the Wolverines, but stopped. As Gales go for another change. Trying to keep fresh legs on the penalty kill. 6:02 remaining in the second period. 59 seconds remaining on the kill. So one team seems to be taking forever. Couché, Swanson, Jennings, and I cannot read the defenseman's number from here. Trying to clear, but puck up in the air. Wolverines. Actually, correction. Swanson has a breakaway. Shot off the post. Off the post. An amazing effort by Swanson. Swanson's still in it. Not giving up. 40 seconds. And Wolverines send it deep. 32 seconds remaining. Jennings has it at his feet. Looking to clear. Sends it back. Trying to clear it to the point. Deflected. Rebound. James is there. And Gales go for clear, but held in at the... And they're going to throw a player back in the box. Looks like... Not sure. There's a stick lift. Looks like they're going to choose... Jennings is the man with the penalty. It's a stick lift. Looks like they're going to... Not sure. Oh, they're going to put two players in the box. All right. So, Gales. Some 5-on-4 offsetting penalties as Jennings and another player go for the box. Baldy still has 15 seconds remaining on his penalty earlier. Johnson, Cash Johnson in for the faceoff. Wolverines win it. Send it across. Puck off the ref. Shot back in. Gloved by the Wolverines player. Back to the crease. Back to the blue line, actually, on the deflection. Reel there to put pressure. Off Matt Miller. Penalty ended. Baldy back to the bench. Tritton in, working back behind, trying to look for a breakout, same way Davis did, and Tritton sends it deep. We are at 5-on-5 now. 2 players in the box, 1 for each team. Johnson comes away with it. Johnson dangles and sends it into the zone. Johnson shot off the Wolverines player. Tritton there, chips it back around. Creel goes in for some extra credit on that hit. Creel gets thrown. Stick got caught up as Miller tries to chip it back deep, holding his foot to the wall. Wolverines bring it in the neutral zone with Martin there. No penalty. Shot, short side, back to the blue line. Tritton with the stick lift and snatch and grab. Tritton has it. Shot off the goalie's glove and over the goal. Creel going in. A hard hit. Creel goes down. Player going to the box. And we are back on a power play. Tritton, frustrated, thought he had that one. Great effort by the goalie. Got to give him credit for that. 2 players in the box for the Wolverines, 1 for Gorman. Those players will come out after 2 minutes and stoppage of play. Davis, Marsh, and Kinkaid in, with Posner and Baldy in at the blue line. 3:49 remaining in the second period. At the face-off, Wolverines come away with it. Kinkaid working. Davis comes in to pull it. Davis comes away with it, but couldn't get it out. Held at the blue lane. And not sure what they're going to call now. Looks like they're going to get Marsh on the hit along the boards. I believe we have a bit of a record-setting number of penalties on both sides at this point. It's 3:38 remaining in the second. We still have at least 20-plus minutes of play left. The game of how high can you go on the penalty count. Davis in for the face-off. 4-on-4 play. Davis wins the face-off, scoops it back around to Posner. And they're going to throw another Wolverine in the box for a slashing against Colin Davis. High stick, actually, to the chest and face area. And we're at 4-on-3. Puck's going to come on back. Getting very full down here with a total of 5 players in the box. Davis, Kinkaid, Posner, Baldy, and 3 Wolverines players. Too many numbers on the board to count right now. Davis wins it, but a little out of position, a little too hard. Baldy sends it back up to Davis. Davis can't hold it. Sent back in, and Davis in pursuit. A lot of ice to cover, and the Wolverines send it. No icing, so we are on a power play. Baldy regroups. Davis deep. Davis enters the zone, looking for a second. Brings it around, tries chipping it up, but pulled off the puck. He's got 2 men on him. Davis on the solid back check. Baldy there. Chips around Baldy. And Davis sends it. Not going to be an icing. Gorman goes for a change. Kinkaid putting pressure in the offensive zone. Kinkaid, the extra long shift, sends it around, but he's got Cash Johnson. Cash Johnson there to hold it. Shot short side, off the goalie and into the netting. All right, we'll try to quickly break this down here. 2:23 remaining in the second period. It's 2-1 in favor of the Wolverines. We have 44 seconds left in the Liam Marsh penalty. We have 33 seconds left and 51 seconds left in the Wolverines penalties. Johnson, Tritton in on the 4-on-3. 3 referees, as well as 1, left the game with an injury. Puck out to Martin. Martin holds it, looking for a lane. Shot, but gloved. Gorman needing to generate a little bit more traffic out in front of the net. Get a player in there to, as they say, take the goalie's eyes. Gorman wins the faceoff. Shot just to the left of the net. Tritton to Martin. Martin to Johnson. Shot off the post. Martin unable to get another shot off on the bouncing puck. Tritton comes in for a regroup. 4 seconds remaining. Johnson shot. Coach not happy. Defense was not keeping an eye out for the man coming out of the box. All right, here we are, 1:46 remaining. 8 seconds in the Liam Marsh penalty, and then 15 seconds for the Wolverines penalty. 2-1 favor Wolverines. Goal by Colin Davis coming out of the box, dangling around the goalie. 4-on-4 play. And Marsh is out of the box for 5-on-4. Johnson sends it deep, but no one really there. Tritton getting a bit on it. Defense ready this time. Players changing all around here. Creel out. Pope checks it. He says no. Creel battling along the boards. Tritton there for pressure, but got Martin there to hold it in the zone. Elbow to Martin's face, not called. Martin dangles it around, looking for a lane. Sends it over to Johnson. Johnson sends it over to Tritton, just out of reach. He had an empty net on that backside. 55 seconds remaining. Johnson looking like he was going for another backhand. Repeat of yesterday's game. Johnson putting some pressure, hits along the boards. Martin with a shot, but stopped. We have a 2-on-1. Martin back checking. He's got Evan Davis chipped up. Off James' face mask and up and out. Evan Davis going to clear it. 30 seconds remaining. Boys need to hold stronger. And another penalty on Martin on a trip as he was turning around. All right. We had about a solid 30 seconds there. 5-on-5 play. And Gales go back on the penalty kill. Very long second period. 26.7 seconds remaining in the second period, with a 2-minute penalty that'll carry over. Dunnigan wins the faceoff, but not able to get it before Wolverines player sent it back. 2 out of a pass. Wolverines player loses it at the blue line. Chiberta putting some pressure on. Stretch pass. Chiberta gets a little on it, prevent a connection, and O'Hara comes around, chips it around to Chiberta. Chiberta trying to clear, but puck was in motion. Shot off the face, the chest of James Schmier, who is playing a phenomenal game. Say what you want about the score. James is playing his butt off. And then for those who don't know, in CAHA, or California Amateur Hockey Association, players can actually be dual rostered, meaning they can play for 2 teams at once, which is different than Vegas. So a lot of these players here actually have other club teams they play for, a lot of which come from California Wave and the Junior Reign. Based on the bags, coming in this afternoon. Boys will eventually finish this one up. It's a bit of a battle. They need to save a little bit for the game this evening. They'll have about an hour and a half break before the puck drops again. Playing Stockton, who played on this sheet earlier and lost to Servite in a 7-2 game. Servite and Stockton being two very fast teams from what we saw. We'll see where everybody stands, though, right, once the puck drops this afternoon, and everybody's a few games in. All right. Started the game early, but we're probably going to finish a little late. Third period starting with 5-on-4 penalty kill for the Gales. Evan Davis and O'Hara in. Crochet and Swanson in. Forwards. Crochet in for the face-off. Goalies give the all good. And Wolverines win the face-off. Crochet pressing. O'Hara holding it down. Dump it back. Shot. Blocker save. James Schmier. Swanson in on the man. Gets it. Looking to bring it in and sends it deep for a change. Swanson and Crochet both in. Posner undercuts the player, separated from the puck. Wolverine player holds at the blue line. Dunnigan pressing. Players just need to send it. Not sure why we're doing the dangling. Dunnigan approaching. Puck kicked out to his teammate. Baldy separates the man from the puck. Dunnigan there to hold it. And Baldy sends it deep for a clear. Words exchanged. Zapancic again. First man in. Sends it for a clear. Dunnigan shot just to the right of the net. Puck comes around. Baldy there. Keeps it back in the zone. During the penalty kill. 12 seconds remaining. Martin getting ready to come out of the box. Bit of a change for the Gales. Jennings putting some pressure in. Baldy stops it. Gibberta and Baldy getting tied up. Trying to figure out where they're going. Back to 5-on-5. Puck tried to be cleared, but unable to do so. Posner, sorry folks. Posner sends it up to Jennings. Jennings leaves it up there for Crochet. Crochet walks around the defenseman. Chips in front for Jennings. Too many bodies there. Jennings takes the man down. Great keep by the Gales. And Crochet says, go fetch. Jennings in pursuit. Jennings coming off an amazing game last night with 2 goals. Hungry to finish out with another goal this afternoon. And Davis with a great deflection. O'Hara sends it out to Swanson. Swanson. Oh, some sloppy passing. Boys are getting tired, I think, on both sides. It's been a very physical game. Puck comes back out to the neutral zone. Gales went through a change there. Liam Marsh comes in. Locks it up at the blue line. Miller tries chipping it up in the air, but gloved. And Swanson needing to get off the long, very long shift. Very physical shift. Swanson comes around. Sends it out to Marsh. Marsh, Davis. If Davis hurries. Marsh goes to shoot. Miller says no, sends it back in, and Gales tag up. Davis going after the puck. Sends it over to Kinkaid. Kinkaid shot. Loose. Unable to connect on the open net at the feet. Shot back into the crease. Wolverines get a breakout. Davis shrugs off the man, tries chipping it up, unable to get it. Marsh sending it out to Martin. Martin going to be a forward this afternoon. He's looking for one for the weekend. Martin with an assist in the last game. Davis able to hold it and keep it in. Chips it back to Martin. Martin looking, winds up, shot off the blocker. Sorry, off the leg pad. Puck back out to Martin. Martin winds up, shot. Just out of reach of the Gales. Baldy. Kinkaid could have called for hooking there, but did not. Baldy battling along the board. Davis chipping it out. Chips it over to Liam Marsh. Davis goes for a change. Liam Marsh sends it in deep. It's got Kinkaid. Kinkaid can go in there and hold tight while the money line starts rolling out. Puck. Defensive regroup. Creel has it. Sends it in the zone. He's working. He's beating the man who's on him. He's got two on him. Gets brushed off the puck. Tritton is there to try to break it up. Baldy holds it in. Sends it back deep. Creel there to retrieve. Puck right behind the goal line. Creel dangles. Creel battling along the boards. Johnson there. Puck comes out. It could have been a slow. Ooh, you got to be careful. That might be a slash for Tritton. Not careful. Attempted clear. Unfortunate breakaway. Puck still loose in open ice in center there. Player going in for a tackle, a sliding tackle on the legs. The Gale player. Creel sends it. Boys, you just got to shoot that one. O'Hara sends it back deep. Send it out to the center. Players letting the boys know, go ahead and just take the shot. Posner holds it in, preventing it from going deep. Posner with a solid hit, separates them. Puck up and out into the neutral zone. Moneyline goes in for a change, full change other than O'Hara. And they're going to call, nope, they waved off the ice. O'Hara tried fielding it in the air. Stretch pass. Off the players. Multiple players touched that one in the neutral zone, but they're going to go ahead and bring it back. Boys need to focus on increasing some communication, but not with the refs. Refs are not hearing it today. Face off back in the Gorman zone. 10:42 in the third period. Correction. Looks like a player is coming off the ice for the Wolverines. Looks like he's taking off his helmet. Looks like he may have an equipment malfunction. Reminder that players must be wearing their safety gear at all times. Mouth guard, helmet must be intact, etc. As well as ear guards, which gets in the way of the flow, but it's there for a reason. Done again at the face-off. Gales win the face-off. Evan Davis goes back to retrieve it. Back behind the goal line. Chips it out. Hits the Wolverine player in the face. Sapancic sends it out to Dunny, but I'm sorry, folks. Evan Davis kicks it back to his stick. Brings everybody across. Sapancic sends it up to Dunnigan. Dunnigan was in motion the opposite direction. Sapancic battling Schuberta there as well. Puck comes out. Miller chips it back up, and Schuberta sends it deep. Both teams getting very tired. Miller there chips it back up with Frankie there to get it. Dunnigan battling. Puck chipped back around. Back behind the goal line. Wolverines go for a breakout, but Martin says no. He's going to dangle it up. He spins out, sends it over to Schuberta. Schuberta, shot. Frankie trying to crash the net, but defenseman holding him and preventing him from doing so, not called. At least that's what it looks like from my perspective as a biased observer. Crochet, Swanson, Jennings in. Jennings has the puck, sends it back to Martin. Martin, shot right into the legs. Gonna feel that tomorrow, but we have a 3-on-2. Solid bat check from Jennings to make sure he's there to support. Puck slung around the boards. Swanson there. Stop. Swanson chipping it out. Player got a little of that forehand. Looks like we have a penalty on Wolverine player. At this point, penalties. It's like playing roulette back in Vegas. It's going to be light or dark instead of red and black. Line change for the Gales. Marsh, Davis, Kinkaid coming out with Baldy and Posner to support. 9:15 remaining in the third period. 2-1 for the Wolverines going on the 2-minute power play. Colin Davis in at faceoff. Wolverines come away with it and try to clear. Marsh working to hold it in. Davis there to support. Davis gets it. Davis looking to send it deep, but the Wolverines have it. Marsh retrieves it. Baldy able to hold on to it. Chips it up. Cross check to Marsh, not called as he was there screening the goalie. And puck is cleared. Wolverine player and Baldy in pursuit. James goes back to the crease to be safe. Davis. Kinkaid has it. Sends it in. Bit of a breakdown right now. Gloved. Boys are getting pretty tired. Baldy battling. Short-handed goal. Short-handed goal for the Wolverines. 3-1. 55 seconds remaining in the penalty. Boys need to dig deep through the remainder of this game here. Been one of the more physical ones they've played this season. Gales win the faceoff. Man in pursuit. Miller chips it back behind over to Martin. Martin regroups, skates it up. Martin sends it into the zone. And Wolverines clear it. James there to hold it down for Martin. Martin isn't able to get anything on that one. Look for Lane. Miller chips it up to Johnson. Johnson back to Martin. To his feet, though. Creel. Tritton. Wide pass. Johnson able to hold it in. Pushed up into the bench area. Sent to Creel. Creel's got it. Creel tripped as he went through. Going for a line change. Could have changed some things up here and get it back to a 3-2 game. 7 seconds remaining in the power play. 7:22 in the period. Crochet, Jennings, Swanson in for the faceoff with Martin and Miller still in for your defensive pairing. Gales win the faceoff. Miller shot off the shin guard of the Wolverine player. We have a penalty. Not sure on who. Penalty is over for the player that was in the box. And we have a cross check against another Wolverines player, and we will start another 2-minute timer. Power play, 2 minutes for the Gales. 7:12 remaining. 2-minute power play coming up. Both teams racking them up this afternoon. And Wolverines come away with it and send it. Miller unable to slap it back into play. James holding it down on the other end. Martin chips it out to Miller. Miller, Boucher to Jennings. Back to Martin. Martin dangles around. Shot. Shooting short side. No one there. Need a solid back check to avoid another one. And Boucher chips it, sends it deep. Jennings there. Jennings still has it. Jennings. Loose puck. Missed. Swanson as it came across. Lots of tripping and slashing going on both sides. Miller there. He's got a man on him. Miller sends the kid into the boards. Miller. Lars pushing around. On the power play, need to start doing some power play things. Crochet sends it deep and goes for a change. Swanson in pursuit. Sapancic in. Dunnigan in. Frankie's in there first. Hard hit on Frankie. He gets up. He is still battling. Puck comes back to Posner. Posner back to Baldy. Shot on net. Loose. And Wolverine's not happy that Dunny was there to make sure the goalie had to grab the puck. Words shared. Shiberta comes in to complete the lineup. 5:42 remaining in the third period. 29 seconds on the power play. 3-1 Wolverines. Dunnigan in at the faceoff. Gales win the faceoff. Frankie comes back around, chips it around to Shiberta. Shiberta looks in the passing lane, sends it over to Baldy. Baldy chips it, sends it in. On net, goalie has to field that one. Boys need to worry about their passing on this one. This is the time to slow it down a little and avoid errors. Wolverines come away with the faceoff. Wolverines send it back around, but Baldy's there. Gets around Baldy. Frankie holds it in the zone, still in the zone, and sends it back deep. Wolverines have it. They wind up off the glass and out. We are back to 5-on-5 play. Dunnigan, stretch pass. Got Frankie with him. Dunnigan, shot. Loose puck at the crease. Sorry, folks, overshot that. And up and out of play. The ref had to pause it there. The player did not close the door. And some of the parents and myself had to let the ref know that, as we do not want a player going into the box unnecessarily during play. 4:50 remaining, 3-1. For the goal by Colin Davis out of the box. Breakaway goal. Gales win the faceoff. Davis, shot, tip, goal! Evan Davis from the blue line. Faceoff win, blue line, and into the back of the net to make it 3-2. 4:44 remaining in the third period. It isn't over, folks. Not yet. 5-on-5 goal. Lots of traffic up front off the faceoff. Boys aren't done celebrating. Sorry, the boys aren't celebrating. They're getting back to work. Time to keep it up. Time to take it back. Let's go. Wolverines win the faceoff. Leah Marsh putting pressure. Wolverines go for a stretch pass out, and O'Hara's there to retrieve it. Sends it up to Kinkaid. Kinkaid trying to get to the center. Center was playing a little bit too defensively. Davis has it. Davis held up. Evan Davis. Player's going to try to skate it himself. Brings it back around the goal. Tries chipping it back up to the defenseman. Defenseman shot. Davis, Colin Davis, holds it, deflects it, and we have a breakout 3-on-3 the other direction. Colin Davis chips it in. And Miller sends it back over to Marsh. Miller blocks the breakout with a shin guard. Martin holding it down, separates the man from the puck back behind the goal line. Miller's there to support. No one out front. Colin Davis lifts the stick. Shot, too much action going on in front. Back to the blue line. Defenseman misses it. And puck is sent back deep. Martin there to retrieve. Boys need a change. Stretch pass to Marsh. Marsh chips it in. And Gales go for a change. All 5 players. Defense out first. And Creel pickpockets at the blue line. Chips back up. Creel gloves it. Hand pass, but it's in the neutral zone. And Wolverines go to clear it. Bad bounce off the glass. Wolverines look to get to the neutral zone. Sorry, folks. And Wolverine slips up, entering zone. Posner sends it back around. Got a man back there. Tritton. Puck comes back out to the blue line. Shot off the knee of Baldy. Puck still centered. Pesh Johnson there. Boys are bundled up. Tritton's at his feet. Tritton still has it. Shot Tritton off the player's stick. Creel sends it back over. Sorry, Tritton does. Tritton battling. Evan Davis has it. Looking for another one. Shot. Evan Davis able to hold it back in and sends it deep to Cash Tritton. Cash Tritton looking to go for a change. Able to do so, and Wolverines get a change. Coach is yelling for quite a bit to get that change in there. And O'Hara passes it up off of players' skate. Sorry, folks. It's all over the place. Davis putting pressure. And they ice it. Puck's going to come on back. Timeout. Gales. Marsh. Colin Davis and Kinkaid coming on to see if there's a bit of a change up here. 1:25 remaining in the third period. 3-2 game as the Gales look to tie it up. One of the more physical games of the season. Got a game again here in less than 2 hours. About 15 minutes from here at the KHS Arena. KHS Arena is the one that we streamed from last month with stairs blocking the view. All right, getting ready to get back into play. 3-2 goals for the Gales by one C. Davis and E. Davis. The Davis group holding it down so far and looking for a third. James Schmier heading to the bench. Go with a 6th attacker with Cash Johnson. We have Tritton, Colin Davis, Cash Johnson, Liam Marsh, Miller, and Martin. Face-off win. Shot just wide of the net. No, trying to get a shot off. Cash Johnson. Liam tries shooting. Puck out of the zone. Sorry, folks. A lot of bodies there. 1:09 remaining. Oh, no. Oh! Miller dives. right, that about wraps it up, folks. Puck just got away from player. Miller diving for the stop. Took a puck to the face mask. 4-2 with a minute remaining as James Schmier back in net. Crochet, Swanson, Jennings in. Swanson. Stretch pass. That's going to be, they're not going to call offsides. He got there first. Puck still loose in front of the zone. Great effort by O'Hara, keeping puck in play. Shot deflected up and net off the goal line. Stoppage of play, reset. 32 seconds remaining. Wolverines win the face-off. Little miscommunication by the Wolverines, but they're able to send it back deep. 25 seconds remaining. Davis and O'Hara, defensemen. Wolverines are just trying to bide time at this point. 15 seconds. Wolverines won another one. O'Hara sends it out. Shot off. Gales players. 2 seconds, and that'll be it. All right. Great effort by the Gales in this game. One of their toughest battles yet for the season. Time for the boys to quickly get over this one and regroup for a puck drop in just a little over an hour and a half. Gales will be playing Stockton, 6 p.m. Pacific time for those abroad. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this afternoon, and we'll see you again in a little over an hour.